The Nikon Z90 has been generating a great deal of buzz within the photography community, despite not yet receiving an official announcement from Nikon. Based on mounting speculation, this upcoming camera is expected to be Nikon's next major entry into the APS-C mirrorless market. If the rumors are true, the Z90 could serve as a spiritual successor to the widely admired Nikon D500, a DSLR beloved by wildlife and sports photographers for its rugged design, fast performance, and advanced autofocus system. With enthusiasts already dubbing the Nikon Z90 a baby Z9, the camera is being positioned as a potential powerhouse. It's important to note, though, that Nikon previously referred to the Z8 with that same nickname, so it remains to be seen if the Z90 will live up to that title. According to recent leaks and insider reports, the Nikon Z90 is rumored to feature a 33-megapixel DX format APS-C sensor, placing it in direct competition with the Canon EOS R7. This would mark a major step up from Nikon's current APS-C mirrorless offerings, which have so far consisted of more entry-level and mid-tier models like the Z50 and ZFC. While these cameras have found success with hobbyists and content creators, there's been a noticeable gap in Nikon's mirrorless lineup, a gap that a high-performance APS-C model like the Z90 could fill. Such a camera would likely appeal to advanced enthusiasts and professionals who favor the crop sensor format for its extra reach and portability. One of the standout rumored specifications of the Nikon Z90 is its 33-megapixel resolution, which would make it one of the highest resolution APS-C sensors Nikon has ever introduced. This aligns it well with the Canon EOS R7, which features a 32.5-megapixel sensor, and indicates that Nikon is targeting the same market segment, users who want detailed images without stepping up to full-frame bodies. The increased resolution would be particularly useful for wildlife and sports shooters who frequently crop into their images or need every bit of detail from distant subjects. On the video side, the Z90 is expected to be no slouch either. Leaks suggest that it will support 4K video recording at 60 frames per second, using oversampling techniques to deliver crisp, high-quality footage. Additionally, the camera might offer full HD video at up to 120 frames per second or possibly even 180 frames per second, giving creators the option for smooth, cinematic slow-motion shots. These features would make the Nikon Z90 an appealing hybrid camera for both photographers and videographers, especially those looking for a more compact solution than a full-frame model. High-speed shooting is another area where the Nikon Z90 is anticipated to shine. Rumors point to 15 frames per second burst shooting with the mechanical shutter, making it a strong choice for capturing fast-moving action such as sports or wildlife. What remains unclear is whether this speed extends to the electronic shutter mode and how it compares to the Canon EOS R7's impressive 30 frames per second electronic burst. If Nikon equips the Z90 with a similarly fast or faster electronic mode, it could sway performance-minded shooters looking for top-tier speed in a crop sensor body. In-body image stabilization, IBIS, is reportedly part of the Z90's feature set as well. Early information suggests stabilization rated at up to 6 stops, which would greatly enhance handheld shooting in low-light scenarios or when using telephoto lenses. This could give Nikon a significant edge over Canon's EOS R7, which lacks IBIS entirely. Nikon has already demonstrated strong stabilization performance in its full-frame cameras like the Z8 and Z9, so bringing that same level of refinement to an APS-C model would be a welcome move. The camera is also rumored to include a 3.2-inch tilting touchscreen, though there's ongoing debate about whether Nikon will opt for a fully articulating display instead. For photographers, a tilting screen is often preferred as it allows for quick adjustments when shooting from high or low angles without needing to reposition the entire camera. However, for vloggers and hybrid shooters, a fully articulating screen would offer more flexibility, especially for self-recording or unusual shooting angles. This design choice could indicate Nikon's intended user base for the Z90, perhaps skewing more towards still photographers than content creators. Storage is another area where Nikon seems to be listening to its more demanding users. The Nikon Z90 is expected to come equipped with dual card slots, one CF Express Type B slot and one SDU HSII slot. This setup would provide users with both the speed and reliability needed for professional workflows, as well as the versatility to use more affordable storage options when desired. It's a configuration similar to what's found in higher-end Nikon mirrorless cameras, suggesting that the Z90 will be a serious tool for professional and enthusiast shooters alike. Another key question is whether the Z90 will feature a stacked sensor, a technology that allows for faster data readouts, reducing rolling shutter and enhancing burst performance. Cameras like the Fujifilm X-H2S and OM System OM1 have adopted stacked sensor designs for exactly these reasons. While it's unclear if Nikon will go this route for the Z90, there's speculation that it may instead use a more traditional sensor to keep costs manageable. Since the Canon EOS R7 also lacks a stacked sensor, Nikon might opt for a similar strategy to remain competitive in pricing. If these rumored specifications prove to be accurate, the Nikon Z90 could emerge as one of the most capable APS-C mirrorless cameras on the market. It would blend high-speed performance, strong video features, and robust ergonomics in a way that fills a clear gap in Nikon's current Z-mount lineup. The Canon EOS R7 currently holds the top spot in this segment, combining high resolution with rapid burst shooting and 4K video capabilities, making it a favorite among action photographers. Nikon would need to deliver similar or superior features to successfully challenge Canon's dominance. One area where Nikon might gain an advantage is in its image stabilization and autofocus systems. Nikon has invested heavily in refining its subject tracking algorithms, especially in its higher-end models like the Z8 and Z9. If those improvements trickle down into the Z90, users can expect accurate and fast autofocus performance, even in challenging scenarios. Combined with effective IBIS, this would make the Z90 a highly reliable tool for fast-paced photography. The absence of a flagship APS-C mirrorless camera has long been a sore point for Nikon users. The Z50 and ZF-C, while capable, are geared more toward casual shooters and content creators. For those coming from the Nikon D500 or other high-performance DSLRs, there has been little reason to switch to the Z-mount APS-C system, until now. The Nikon Z90, if released with these specs, would finally provide that bridge, offering a mirrorless upgrade path for serious shooters who want crop sensor benefits without compromising on speed or durability. Historically, APS-C cameras have been favored by wildlife and sports photographers for one major reason: the crop factor. This sensor size effectively gives extra reach when using telephoto lenses, which is crucial for distant subjects. The D500 was especially loved for its rugged body, high frame rate, and reliable autofocus, making it a go-to tool for demanding fieldwork. If the Nikon Z90 can bring those qualities into the mirrorless world while adding modern perks like IBIS and improved video recording, it could become an instant hit among photographers who want performance without the bulk of full-frame gear. As of now, there's no confirmed launch date for the Nikon Z90, and Nikon has remained silent on any official details. However, multiple reports suggest that the company is actively testing new APS-C Z-mount prototypes, some of which may very well be the Z90 in disguise. Given the strong market demand for a high-end APS-C mirrorless camera, it would be a smart move for Nikon to introduce a competitor to Canon's EOS R7 sooner rather than later. Industry insiders speculate that a release could come sometime in 2025, though Nikon might choose to unveil it earlier to stay competitive in this rapidly evolving market. In conclusion, while we wait for official confirmation, the Nikon Z90 stands as one of the most exciting unannounced cameras in recent memory. If the rumors hold true, it will offer a compelling mix of resolution, speed, stabilization, and advanced autofocus, all within a compact APS-C body. For Nikon shooters longing for a true successor to the D500, the Z90 could finally deliver the mirrorless solution they've been hoping for. It promises to be a serious challenger to the Canon EOS R7 and could potentially redefine Nikon's presence in the high-performance APS-C space.